Welcome back, everybody. This is Excel video 466. I'm Nate Moore. Spent some time on the phone with a group this morning that had trouble with a payer who wasn't paying the right way according to contract, and they needed a list from their system to appeal with the payer, and the system wouldn't give them everything they needed with ICD-9 codes and CPT codes, and it was all screwed up on the report, and we had to do a bunch of work to fix it. But now they can submit an appeal and get this thing paid properly. If you need help getting the data out of your system to play nicely so your payers will play nicely, I'd love to help you. In the last Excel video, we had data over here, charges, payments, and adjustments, that was, to use a fancy word, contiguous. It was next to each other, and it was easy to grab this data and chart it. Occasionally, even though you try to design your spreadsheet so that all the data you want to chart is in the same place, you may need to pull data like over here. Here, let's even format it the same way so it looks better. There we go. I've got data over here that's way out of whack. I mean, if these are your refunds, you have a whole different set of problems. And I'm making these numbers up for a point, so don't get too worked up about the volume and the number of refunds. But my refund data is at a different place on my spreadsheet than all the rest of my data. And what I want to do is show you two shortcuts, two tricks to chart data that's not next to each other like this is. One way to do it is to click inside the chart. From the Chart Tools Design menu, select data. We need to spend some time with the Select Data Source menu. And what I want to do today with this window is get familiar with it, and then we'll come back and play with it in future Excel videos. The thing I want to show you today is if you want to add data to a chart that's not next to it. This is the chart data, charges, payments, adjustments. I'm going to go Add, and it says, what's your series name and what are the values? So I'm going to say, well, my series name is refunds. My series values are these guys. And when I do that, you'll see refunds are showing up now, at least in the legend. And now the dollar amounts are showing up in my chart, and I can click OK. And we'll come back to this Select Data Source window in future Excel videos, but that's an easy way to add. Now I have refunds here. I can click OK, and it's part of my chart. That wasn't too painful. If for some reason you have to have data separate from where you normally chart it, or you don't want to pull data into another tab just so you can chart it, that's a way to add data that's non-contiguous, that's not next to each other, into a chart. Now I'm going to click this data and delete it because I want to show you an easier way. If that's all you ever had to do, I'm show you this shortcut first and be done. The Select Data window does a lot of good things, so I wanted to introduce the Select Data window. But here's a better shortcut if that's all you want to do. You can grab the data, and notice how I'm grabbing both the legend heading that I want refunds to show up down here, and all my data. I'm going to grab that. Now I'm going to come over here and click inside the chart and grab it. And I'm going to copy, go back inside the chart and paste. And so I can copy paste data into the chart. Isn't that clever? Rather than having to go through this Select Data window and click around and do it, all I had to do, whoa, there we go, was grab the data, copy, go grab the chart, and paste. It's a great little shortcut if that's all you need to do. Say, oh man, I got a little more data I want to add. Copy, paste, we'll put it in the chart. That's a clever Excel trick to make your life easy. There are other things that this Select Data window will do, and we'll cover those in the next Excel video. Thanks for watching.